I know that the vaccine schedule was exploding coterminous, coincidental with this enormous explosion in neurodevelopmental disorders and chronic diseases in our children. And I started looking about why was that happening. And I saw the history, which was, of course, mainly the DBT vaccine and these other mercury vaccines that in the early 80s, the vaccine schedule started to gradually grow. They added a few of these vaccines and people were getting sick. And they began litigating. They began hiring lawyers. And the regulatory agencies in the pharmaceutical industry panicked, and they said, we are going to get sued more than we're making profits on these products. And if you want us to continue to make these products, you have to give us immunity from liability. And in 1986 and 87, this industry, which gives more money to lobbying than any other industry, was able to win itself a holy grail, which was complete, essentially, blanket immunity from liability for injuries that its product was causing people. Well, suddenly, when I was a kid, I got 3 vaccines and I was fully compliant. My children got 54 jabs, 69 vaccine doses of vaccines. And that happened, that changed mainly around 1989. The reason it changed was because after this law was passed, the pharmaceutical industry, which had never made money on vaccines, in fact, when I was a kid, the vaccines that I got, some of them weren't even patented. But suddenly they said, wait a minute, now we have this product that the federal government is going to order 74 million children to purchase. The margins are very, very high. The margins are in the HPV vaccine, for example, around 30% for a vaccine that costs $450 a shot. And there's no advertising cost, there's no marketing cost, and there's no liability. So this is a gold mine. And it was a gold rush on FDA and the CDC to try to add new vaccines to the schedule because the companies recognize that if you could get your vaccine added to the mandatory schedule, it was worth, in many cases, about $1 billion a year in profits for your company. So, of course, the markets would dictate that they can come running. So my question was, well, you know, maybe that's not bad, as long as these vaccines, as long as the regulatory system is functioning. And these vaccines, as they're added to the market, receive the same kind of scrutiny as a regular drug. And because of corruption, systemic corruption, that wasn't happening. And that is what that politicians don't understand that. Politicians who are passing these new mandate bills, they don't know this. The doctors that you're taking your children to don't know this. The people, in many cases, the public health regulators in your state don't know this, and they need to be informed of it.